Hi everyone, this is Kona, and this is kind of a follow-up video. So it's kind of got some information from the previous video, but a little bit of extra stuff here with some examples. So hypotheses are just what we use to test our research or data against. So we want to know if our data is showing that something's going on, which is the alternative hypothesis, or that nothing's going on, which is the null. So for the null, it's that there's no real difference. So nothing's going on, no effect, things are equal, nothing's happening, versus the alternative that there is a difference in a set of observations. So it's no equality, it's that something is happening. So there's a relationship, things do play a role, there's a factor, things are not equal, greater than, less than, something like that. So here's kind of some words that might help you distinguish a null versus an alternative, something else, and I couldn't fit it on here. But if you see this kind of area right there, so that area right there, sorry. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. So if you see that area right there, what I wanted to make sure, so null and alternative, is that they are complementary. So if the null has to do with being less than or equal, then you go straight across, and the alternative is that it's greater than. If the null is that they're equal, the alternative, you go just straight across, is that they're not equal. If the null was greater than or equal to, then the alternative is less than. So likewise, if your alternative is greater than, then your null, your complementary hypothesis, is going to be that less than or equal to. So, moving on, our example claims the percentage of Americans who take dietary supplements is 68%. So you could think about that as saying is equal to 68%. So since that's an equals to, the opposite, and I guess that's not really the best thing there, but equals to goes to not equals. So first equals is a null. We need to turn it to the complementary, which is kind of that, it's kind of the opposite, which would be not equal. So the percentage of Americans who take dietary supplements is not equal to 68%. The number of non-elderly uninsured Americans is fewer than 10.5%. So fewer than is the same as a less than. So if you look over here at a less than and go across, then your complementary claim is going to be greater than or equal to, which is why I also have it underneath there. That's the greater than, or equal to. So it is alternative because it falls under this category. And the complementary is that the number of non-elderly uninsured Americans is greater than or equal to. Because remember, right there, greater than or equal to 10.5%. All right, 65% of U.S. households own more than one pet. Well, that could be another way to word that is that 65% is equal to the number of U.S. households who own more than one pet. So since that's an equal to, the opposite or the complementary, so first of all, equal to would be a null, complementary is going to be the not equal to, which is the alternative. So first of all, it is the null. The complementary, to make it into the alternative, would be the number of U.S. households who own more than one on pet. Excuse my inability to handwrite things very well, is not equal to 65%. The number of credit hours a student takes is related to the number of hours they work a week. So is related to, so you might be like, well, where does that fit here? Well, in that case, come up here and look for, is there something similar to is related to? So this one is an is related. Okay, so is related to, then go straight across, and is related, and sorry, I know they don't line up, is complementary if that is the null, which is it's not related. So it is an alternative because remember it's up here is related. Complementary would be that it's not related. So it's not related. So complementary, the number of credit hours a student takes is not related to the number of hours they work a week. All right, then political party has no effect on who they vote for in a local election. So no effect. So if you come up here, and no effect is a null hypothesis. So there's the null, and the complementary, you would just kind of go across, and there is an effect. And I know, sorry, it didn't copy evenly, but so political party has an effect instead of no effect, it would be has an effect on who they vote for in a local election. So I hope this kind of helps, and then you've got some homework to kind of about the same. The homework is going to be kind of similar to this, and hopefully that will help kind of clarify and kind of stick with you in regards to what these are and how to figure out whether it's null alternative, and then what the complementary is.